just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Love looking to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. To throw now. Here's Love. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 22. A big play there out of the running game. Interesting, he told us that he likes to run right more than left, but there he looked pretty comfortable going left for a big gain, Charles.
Kind of like a basketball player who has a dominant side that he dribbles to. But the ability to cross that over, change it up, and break a tendency can often lead to great results, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Love. And that's incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Prater's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Pitts here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing Jones. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Jones. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Off the play fake. Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Love. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley, 82 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Off play action. Jones. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now left side on the swing pass. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Flush to his right. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Eluding the pressure right. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Second down and 8. Off the play fake. Jones looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Eckler, they run left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's 17-7.
Makes this Washington 17, Giants 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Checks this down to Hubbard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Love. Trying to improvise. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Love. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Off play action, Jones. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. This is swung out to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, Eckler. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Working out of the gun. Love. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Love from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. That was going to throw deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Aaron Donald with a sack.
13.5 sacks in 2020, which tied for 2nd in the NFL behind T.J. Watt of Pittsburgh. We're getting to that territory where we're starting to take this man for granted. Defensive Player of the Year, 3 out of the last 4 seasons in the NFL.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Love. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down, back at the 26-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Love toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Love now. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prater's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that of just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Looking to throw. Jones right back to Pitts again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. Touchdown Giants! Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll run here with Swift. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the Giants' 45-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Love looking to throw it. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. One more time with Swift. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw is Jones. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's Jones. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Jones. Flushed out right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for 2, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Love. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a first down, obviously. Charles, 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
Love looking to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater, from the left hash. This for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won it. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides.